So I came home from work and checking on the tanks. It looks like these koi, well, it used to be wigglers. I haven't seen anything wiggling for a couple of days now, and some of them are starting to fungus. So I'm not sure what happened with this batch, but everything looked good. I even had the previous batch of koi in this tank, and they grew just fine, so I'm not sure why. The parameters are all okay, but when looking there, I zoomed back out and noticed up here the albino cories must have been working hard today. There's, I don't know, 50 or so eggs there. Found another small batch on the bottom of the glass, the back glass there, even some on the jar up here. I'll have to turn the jar around, see if there's any more, but a few on the wall here and up higher, and even another large clump of them up top. So I think 2 to 3 of the females were busy today. And with all the glare, we can't even make out. I'm not sure. I had one die a couple of weeks ago. There were 3 males, 3 females, but I'm not sure if it was a male or female. There are very slight differences, not like my pepper cories, where the females are much longer and fatter, especially when they have eggs. So it looks like I've got my work cut out for me today, and here in 3 days we should have most of them hatch. Okay, to give you an idea of how many cory eggs I had there, here I put a mark for every 10, so I'm up to 150 eggs. I try and put a bunch on the walls of this marina breeder box, but many have fallen down. But that looks like quite a lot, certainly. Alright, let's pick up the pace. The water wasn't coming out there. Okay, that's better. And now, if we look down here, I cleaned out a little bit in the back there on the bottom, and here on the front panel. There's still, I don't know if this will focus, a fairly large cluster there, and then these on the right panel across the top. So I've got at least that many, if not more, left to pick through. And I'll try to show how I take them off the glass. Here's a cluster of, see if it'll focus on them. Okay. So I go take some and kind of pinch them between my thumbnail and index finger. Just try to get 2 or 3. You will pop some, maybe 1 in 10 or so. So I collected 150, but have probably popped 15 or so. And then I just take them out and load them onto my finger here. See, can we focus? There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we'll go in here. I haven't been putting any on this side. So there's 6. Let's try to touch the glass or roll them off of my finger. And ta-da! That actually worked. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's a tedious process, but I'm afraid once they hatch, these baby angels will just gobble them up, since I don't have any Java moss or anything in this tank to protect the fry. And I really want to see how many of these I can raise. Previously I had pepper cories lay about 80 to 90 eggs in a 40 breeder, and I just took out all the other fish and left the fry alone in that tank, and I didn't really see them for the first month or more. You'd see a few out. I didn't know how many actually hatched until I netted them out, took them to some auctions, and out of the 90 or so eggs, I wound up selling, I think it was 56, 57 actually grew to, maturity and were sold off at various auctions. It took me a better part of 5 or 6 months, 4 to 5 months, I'd say, selling a few here and there. Alright, done harvesting those eggs. It took me maybe an hour and a half. Let's see, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 350, 4, 10, plus 6, 416. Oh my. I've not ever tried to hatch this many Corydoras eggs. So, as you can see, they're all bunched up along the bottom. So I really need to separate them so that, since I'm not using methylene blue, if some fungus, and no doubt some will, but I've had good success just doing it like this. I have this breeder box that pulls water via that airline, the fancier marina box, as well as, I couldn't find it, but just a simple one that goes inside with slots on the sides to keep water flowing through the box for the fry, or if you put a pregnant guppy in there. So I'm tired tonight, but I think tomorrow I'll try to pull about half of these eggs and hatch them in a jar with methylene blue. The albino Corydoras only take 3 days to hatch. There they are. Oh, I still have to pull this and clean out that jar. Both the angels are due to have some more eggs here next 2 days, 2 or 3 days. So I'm gonna need that, but yeah, just another day in the life of a fish room keeper. All right, talk to you later.